All
Welcome
right, can you say
back.
something? Ah,
Yeah.
man. All right, hold on. All right, all
Welcome
right, you
back.
guys. Ah,
Yeah.
man. All right, hold on. All right, got it.
Nice. I can't seem to reach Octo, which is a bit worrying. I guess I'll just wait for a little bit more.
Okay.
Or unless you want to do this duet.
Well, we may have to.
It's a lot better than when I had to do the solo. That was pretty awkward talking to myself for 2 hours.
Was that the like the night tournament or whatever it was?
No, the night tournament I had Octo, it was a few months back when we first started doing it and nobody showed up.
Oh.
So yeah. Mm.
All right, hold on. I'll be back in like a minute or two.
No worries.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. I think I found Octo.
Cool.
Hopefully.
Let me know if you're getting too much like noise from outside on my end. I have my window open. I don't know how much Discord will pick up.
I'm not getting that much noise. It's more it's slightly staticky. So. But I don't think there's anything you can do about it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I would do. Get a better headset, maybe. What was the password?
Uh, yes, yes, Walt. Let me type it out.
Cool.
I think we might have to hop out of this group call. For some reason, Octo isn't. Not sure.
Oh,
why.
weird. Okay, that's fine.
Just give me a second so I can like. Yeah, I think we'll have to move back to host chat and advanced server. Sorry about this.
Okay, weird. That's fine.
Uh, I just need to quickly. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
for some reason you weren't getting the invite.
Oh, okay. I just thought you weren't. I don't know what happened. Okay. Weird. Discord is acting weird.
Okay, let me just quickly make, there's 20 participants this time, so let me just quickly make the brackets. Oh. Oh, apparently people can hear me typing on Twitch. I should probably get a, board. I really should have done this yesterday, but I was too busy playing my JRPG. I was like, I should probably go start setting up the event stuff now, but just I am so close to being done. That was what I was saying for the past 2 hours. These JRPGs end so slowly. Who cares? I'll fix this for next minute. Alright, I think we're ready to begin. Are you two, all good?
I'm good.
Octo?
Same here. Good.
Okay, let me started. Round 1 is, I'll send you guys the list later. Kuroko versus, Phoenix Craft.
Can you just please move me and Walt into observers?
Oh, yes, sorry.
Ah, thank you.
Yes, 10 out of 10 password, I know. We have Phoenix Craft, just waiting for Kuroko now.
Okay, so before the round starts, let's talk about the players. Both players are fairly experienced. We have seen both in a few tournaments, but I definitely think Kuruko have the upper hand on this one. But his play style is really. I don't know. I'm not sure how to say it, but I don't know if adaptable is the right word, because we've seen him play Wars and we've seen him play Kiters, and personally, I think his Kiters are much better than his Wars. But it seems like most of the time he preferred not to use them. He did won. He won a tournament a few months ago. I can't remember which one.
You're
it
talking
was.
about Roko, right? Not Phoenix Craft.
Yeah.
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 That was ages ago.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
Half a year ago, I believe, maybe a bit more.
I think that was one of the first tournaments, actually. That was it's been almost a year since
I
we
believe
started
it was.
doing this.
Oh, really? No,
Yes.
no way. It's been a year.
It's
So late
it's
last
September. Yeah, last year December we started doing that. Well, I did. Octo wasn't there. He was still participating back then.
Yeah. Wait, let me check. Let me check the date on my ship file that I used in the first tournament. Okay, I found it. Now just to properties. Well, you're right. It's from December of last year. Whoa.
It has been a while. Which says something for how I've not gotten any better at doing these. That's a bit worrying, actually.
I'm sure you've gotten better.
You think so? Because I think I'm still completely out of my depth here. Like how I still don't have participants brackets quite ready yet. So
Looks like we have a player we need to kick out. There you go.
yes. If Roko will just ready up and we can begin this round, and this awkward waiting can end. All right, both players
How
are
many-
ready.
How many players do we have in this tournament?
20.
Let's see.
We're beginning the round, by the way.
Okay, as usual, we will start from the right and then go to the left. Okay, so on the right we have Kuruko ship, which definitely looks like a missile kiter. Very agile and nimble, in my opinion. A lot of boost thrusters there. Boom engines and such. Yeah, definitely a fast ship and a fast kiter.
Very
And
fragile
now-
if it ever gets hit, though.
Yeah, I think because it only have one line of shields, maybe a railgun can do some work on it. I'm not sure.
The enemy
And
doesn't
on the
have a
left
railgun.
side, we have from Phoenix Craft what looks like a normal cannon wall
That is
with a few ions in the middle.
that's a
Interesting.
very interesting design
Strange
for
stacked
Rhinos.
ions. I'm
Uh,
not sure what the point of that is.
Maybe he
Well-
thinks that they are the damage stacks. No, surely not. I assume that it's in case one gets destroyed, he has another one behind it.
Well, let's talk about how this tournament is a 2 million budget.
Yes.
And
Yes.
all the others until now were 1 million.
I'll
So
be
you
interested
can
to see
definitely-
whether people go with multiple ships or just like one big ship.
Well, you can definitely see the ships are bigger significantly from last
These ones,
tournaments.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it should be
Um,
noted that I've also upped the ship limit to 5 now, so you don't actually have to bring along splitters if you want more than 3 ships.
Well, I hope to see a spinner ship with the new auto shoot on thrusters. I don't know if we will, but I do hope to see some because I think they're very fun to watch. Right now it's looking like Kuruko is kiting normally, and not much action, just staying out of range and shooting missiles. Let's talk about the cannon wall that Phoenix is using. You can see it definitely have a lot of shields there, and I don't know if the reactors are close enough to the shields, and the shields are blocking the path from the cannon, from the ammo factories to the cannon. So definitely reloading the energy in the shields and reloading the ammo in the cannons will take some time. You can also see that some of the reactors are clamped together, which in some cases can be done right, but I don't think it was necessary here. I think you should have spaced them and maybe put some of the reactors closer to the shields, enabling the crew to move the energy much faster.
But I think a big deciding
yeah,
in this game is that the wall doesn't have any PP. So it's all up to the shields to block all the missiles coming at it.
Yeah, and I don't think with this much ammo and this much cannons, I don't think that this ship, the wall, can be fast enough to catch Kuruko
It's
Kaito.
clearly not.
Well, maybe as it gets as parts get ripped off, it'll get faster.
Yeah, Kuruko should definitely aim for thrusters at this point.
By the way, Walt, do missiles actually aim at parts?
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. I've always used missiles as just AI guided.
Yeah, I mean they're not very good at it,
But
they
they
do
hit the
try.
general location.
for a
Yeah.
specific part.
Well, if I were a Phoenix Craft, I would definitely
Good hit.
use the small rock in the back just to let off some weight, like as much as I can. He heard me apparently.
I don't think that's gonna be quite enough though.
I don't think it is enough weight for him to catch up to Kuruko though.
Sorry about that. This is watching a death by 1,000 cuts, really.
Yeah, I mean if
Oh,
Phoenix
some
Craft
cannon
can somehow
shots are
manage to
being
hold
fired.
on.
Some cannon shots are being fired. No, they're gone.
Those are wide as
Yeah,
fuck.
the large cannon shots are just too slow to catch up with kiters.
Literally outrunning. What was I gonna say again?
Walt, I don't remember the stats, but how much damage do missiles do to shields?
Oh, I don't remember either.
Oh, and you call yourself the creator of the game.
I mean,
Well, actually,
it's-
he is, in case somebody gets the wrong idea.
Phoenix's shield being so far behind his weapons isn't really helping his case either, just because the missiles just AoE through the shields.
Yes. I think the model he used for the cannons wasn't very optimal, But maybe in a wall-on-wall fight he would have done better. I do not know. Sadly, got a very bad matchup for this round. And not much he could have done except maybe using another ship. Looks like he's out of weapons except from the ion beams in the middle, and looks like he's giving up.
Yes, I can understand this sentiment. He just can't catch up. He can't catch Roko.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like his only choice would be if he can somehow manage to survive long enough that the Ring of Death becomes a factor. Maybe he could then use that to his advantage.
I think that even if the Ring of Death will close up on them, because Kuroko have so much more
Kuroko's ship
DPS.
is just so maneuverable, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So much boost thruster.
Also, even if they are both out of the perimeter, Kuroko DPS will definitely kill Phoenix Craft much faster.
Looks like Phoenix Craft is the one starting to hit out of the edge of the ring now. He's moving back. Also, I'm noticing that Roko is managing to keep his boost thrusters almost constantly powered because of how many reactors there are at the back.
Yeah, that's where probably 3/4 of his ship cost is going.
Yeah, 4 reactors for 3 thrusters, that's a lot. A lot of energy going there.
It's interesting that he has 2 engine rooms in every one of these pods.
Mm-hmm. They do not stack, right?
No, they do not.
Yeah.
Man, this is almost agonizing to watch.
So, Walt, in the meanwhile, maybe we should talk about the new missiles you are working on.
Oh dear. Well, there are a bunch of new missile types coming. What exactly they are, I'm not sure yet. But probably gonna have some sort of like cool cluster missiles, like a missile that splits up into multiple little missiles. I'm not exactly sure what those little missiles will do yet. They might like cause fires and things like that. Maybe I'm gonna add like a very non-maneuverable, mostly forward-firing only nuclear missile. I think that should be pretty cool if that does get added. What else was on my list?
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I think this tournament is about to enter its final stages.
Yes, I think this battle is.
Yeah, no, this battle is about to end one way or another.
This would be by far the greatest comeback of all time in Cosmoteer history.
We've seen greater, though. I think.
No, I do not think we've seen
I don't think we've
greater.
seen greater.
Well, obviously he needs to come back for us to see, but it does not look like this comeback is happening, unfortunately. Well, both ships are technically out of the perimeter now. It's just up to Roko to cripple Phoenix Craft enough so that he wins. Well, congratulations to Kuroko for winning round 1.
Very interactive first round.
It wasn't exactly the most exciting thing, but I do think that like this is a case where ship design really ship design was just like, oh god, it's so hard. This is a case
It's
where
a shitty language.
this is a case where somebody out-designed another person. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, the next round should be very, very interesting because we have two ex-champions fighting one against another, and there will be One Eye versus Orb. Both are very favorite for the win in this tournament. Both won one tournament, but I believe that they could have won more if they would have participated in more. Should be a very, very interesting round to watch. I believe we will see a very maneuverable wall design from One Eye. And I really do not know what to expect from Orb. He haven't played for a while, and we will see what he is up to.
That being said, I do remember when Orb was playing. He managed to beat Dallas, didn't he?
Yeah, he beat both Dallas and Nope, which are the people both with most wins.
So we've got somebody who's like a dark horse here.
This is definitely a match I thought we might see in the semifinals or even in the finals. Seeing this one in the first round is very interesting.
Usually, what used to happen before was that I would make these brackets by hand, and very occasionally I might just like switch the people around if I thought the random brackets were a bit like too random. I'm not really sure if that's in the spirit of the game, but I figure like I might as well make a pretty fun last round, right? But
I mean, we could start like seeding people deliberately.
Yes, that's what we should have been doing. That's what I should have been doing actually. But I'm too lazy to do so, so I've just been cheating a little. But
yeah, fair enough. I feel that.
Yeah, but I figure like at this point there's so many skilled competitors in this tournament that no matter what we do, we'll always have an exciting last round. So, we'll just have to wait and see.
I think One Eye just needs to ready up now.
I think he might be trying to figure out what his opponent is playing.
Well, as I said before, I really hope to see a spinning design from one of them. I know One Eye had some spinning designs.
Yeah, I put auto-firing thrusters in. Someone needs to use that. Otherwise, I'm going to be very disappointed.
On the right, we have two ships from One Eye, which seems like some kind of hybrid between ions and missile kiters.
Very interesting.
I'm not sure if I can call them kiters, but they definitely look very fast and interesting.
Forward, but
on the left, an inward V design with cannons from Orb.
So it's like an inverted triangle.
Well,
yeah, basically.
One thing I really don't like about these designs is the thrusters beside the reactors beside the thrusters. As you can see, there's some chain reaction there, and I really don't like that. But I hope he knows what he's doing.
Now, the thing about diagonal designs is that because it's diagonal, you can always get more guns to fire on a target than a straight wall. But if this inverted V design, on the other hand, has and like a triangle, this design is more about concentrating firepower rather than just adding more guns. And
and Orb is shooting some heavy cannon fire. Yeah, I think the missiles on this one will go.
Ooh, some shots on those missiles though.
Not much damage taken from each side.
But now
those ships are.
Yeah, here comes One Eye's other ship.
From the back, trying to flank him. No, I think Orb can manage to escape that. You will definitely have a hard time against two enemy ships with this inward V design.
Yes, that's the disadvantage. You trade sidewards firepower for just pure frontal firepower. Now, obviously, because it's an inverted V, Orb can fire more cannon than a diagonal, but at the same time, he's completely defenseless against those ions that's hitting him from behind.
Well, you can definitely see that One Eye is trying to go for the thrusters and the chain reaction in the back. Not too successful in his tries, but maybe he will get some good hits there soon. We'll have to see. Meanwhile, Orb is doing a good job in keeping both ships in front of him. Very surprising.
There's been a few good missile hits on the back, but so far no significant damage.
Well, the cannon fire is keep hitting it, the one-eyed ships, but it doesn't seem to do too much damage, even though those are a lot of cannons. Some damage is done, but One-Eye still have all his thrusters, all his weapons.
Yeah.
He's only losing armor in the front.
Meanwhile, one of Orb's ships is starting to get is not in a
Okay,
very
so
good position.
one of One-Eyed ships just lost a big chunk of thrusters in the back. That might be deadly. And I seemingly have some problems with controlling one of the ships.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing with that ship.
Oh yeah, looks like this ship is a goner. But One Eye might be able to flank Orb in this situation. Maybe if he can block him with one ship and flank with the other. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like that's what he's trying to do. He's blocking Orb from spinning with the bad ship and trying to flank. Didn't work too well.
That looks pretty hard.
Yeah, there's so many boost thrusters on the back of Orb's ship that it's probably a bit hard to actually be faster than this thing.
Will he hit the chain reaction with all these missiles? No, nah. Feels bad.
Oh,
there we go.
there's
Oh,
one.
nice. That's a nice chain reaction.
And unfortunately, I don't think it's enough.
Well, another one? Let's see. No. But both are like dancing around the ring of death. Yeah, the missiles are definitely hitting Orb hard after One Eye took his PD on that side. Yeah, and more chain reaction in the way. Yeah. Orb losing a lot of thrusters here. He might lose the maneuverability of his ship, which will make him very vulnerable both to the ring and to One-Eye missiles.
But I don't think he's gonna get that chance. Either the perimeter is gonna destroy him, or he's gonna blow up One-Eye's ship.
Okay, so One-Eye have no missiles anymore. All of the missile launcher were exploded, were taken down.
But Orb is seemingly taking a bit more damage from the perimeter because he's further away.
Well, it's hard. It's hard to tell at this point. I do think One Eye is in a worse shape than Orb. Well, but because
Orb needs to get back real quick.
Yeah, he's lost all the thrusters in one side, so now his forward thrust is pretty pathetic. He needs to be at an awkward angle to move forward.
Yeah, Oh, wow!
I think One Eye wins.
Yeah, I think
definitely. Okay, that was a nice battle, definitely.
Orb moved too far out of perimeter. That's basically what it came down to.
He moved too far away, but that was because he lost so much thrusters. He couldn't control his ship and maneuver it as he wish. Yeah, that's.
Oh wow! Congratulations.
I really think the reaction,
Yeah, good
the
comeback.
chain reaction, beside the thrusters, was the downfall of orb design. Maybe if he could spread the reactors more, he could have won, because one missile wouldn't do as much damage when it hit the reactor and the chain reaction there.
All right. Congratulations to One Eye for winning round 2, and now we move on to round 3. Let's see, who has round 3?
Markler the Great versus Omega Lol.
Ah, thank you. So Omega Lol has like 3 accounts on the server. I'm not sure which one to ping. That was a very good fight, though. I honestly thought Orm was gonna win there.
Yeah, I did too.
Definitely
actually, what happened is that sorry, that's not your turn yet, Fire Shredder. Actually, what happened there is that at the start I thought One Eye would win, but because he had 2 ships and he managed to get a flank off. But yeah, that I'm gonna say that battle had a lot of twists and turns.
Well, with Orb out of the competitions, the new favorable players to win are definitely Kulruko, One Eye, we have Rania,
Cosmoteer and Tartarus.
Yeah, okay, I didn't see Tartarus there.
Actually, Tartarus and Tartarus are
in the same round, so I think Verania have the upper hand on Tartarus because she have more experience and we've seen better ships from her in the past. It is hard to tell right now, maybe when we get closer to that round.
I am always hoping for some new player to just come out of the blue and beat everybody. That is what I'm always waiting for. Okay,
so let's start from the right with Omega Lol. Nice, that have no weapons at all. It's just thicker poke. That's what it's called.
Well, I laughed at the poke stick before, and look what happened that round. So
on the left, on the top, we have a hybrid between a cannon wall and the missile boat. Then we have a cannon wall, which is the straight up cannon wall. And then we have just a small laser scout down there. Omega Lol is saying, give up. You cannot win him.
I can't tell if this is a serious tactic or if I should like ban.
Well, he might try to sumo him.
It is Omega Lol.
He just might try to sumo him.
Oh yeah, I guess he does have 5 ships. Though, I mean, the uncomfortable truth is one thing, but like, I'm not really sure how he's gonna hit the 70k. That is gonna take some serious skill.
One foot down.
Definitely a fun round. Also, I really like the coloring on the thicker poke ships.
Yeah,
very nice. Well, he might be able to push him out of the ring, you know? He just might.
He might be able to push himself out of the ring.
I do not think he's trying too hard to win this, though.
I think that maybe he had like some intention to win, but then he's like the enemy for ships. I definitely see how he might win this with if they only had one ship. But yeah, this looks like a pretty easy round for Marklar. So while we're waiting for this, for Omega Lord to get destroyed, maybe we can go back to talking about missiles.
Oh, missiles.
Yes, missiles.
What was I saying about missiles?
So you were talking about cluster missiles and nuclear missiles.
Oh yeah, and there will probably also be like an EMP missile that drains power in a large AOE. Although again, this is all still somewhat experimental at this point, and I'm not 100% sure what's gonna make it into the game or not, or something's too unbalanced. Like the EMP right now is probably too powerful against energy weapons, as one might expect from something that drains power.
I think I remember vaguely that some time ago you were talking about customizable missiles.
Was I?
I'm not actually sure. I just seem to like, in the depth of my memory, that phrase comes up occasionally. That you were talking about maybe customizable missiles that players could say, a cluster EMP missiles, maybe.
I mean that
Well,
that could be interesting. That's maybe eventually, but that's a big can of worms to open.
that's just
Customizable missiles.
mods. Isn't that just mods? You know?
Well, I think the idea is like you would have maybe like you have like different kinds of factories that each produce a different kind of part, but then you can like mix and match the parts. So you can have like cluster missile with EMP warhead or something like that, right?
Interesting.
I assume that the modding capabilities of the game will like already allows for cluster EMP missiles, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Just not like
Not
a
an
player
really
to be able to customize
I
that.
think.
Yeah, so like if you wanted to add it, you would have to add another factory. Like, congratulations to Marklar for taking no damage that fight. Actually, that's not a massive achievement, but he's still the first one to come out
Considering
of
Omega
yeah.
has no weapons.
He's still the first one to come out of battle with unscathed though. So. Now, round 4.
Red-haired devil versus Slow King versus Bideway.
Yeah, we're moving on to the free now. So like, if sorry to go back to the missiles right now, but so assuming like you actually wanted to add cluster EMPs, you would have to add a brand new factory.
You had well, I mean, not necessarily new factory if you wanted it to use like the same quote unquote ammo type. Like in the missile prototype right now, all missiles use the same kind of ammo just for ease of implementing that on my end and ease of playtesting the missiles, right? But that's not I don't think how it's eventually going to be. You'll have to have a different factory per missile type.
I don't think Bideway is showing up. He's playing Heroes of the Storm.
Well, We already have 2 players.
Yeah,
so-
this is why I do free for alls, just in case one doesn't show up. And also to give everybody a chance. This is totally not because I'm lazy. Of course not. I don't know why you guys.
You guys think I should make it so you can't see how much money the other players have left?
I don't really think it's that useful of an because most you
Well,
yeah
it doesn't give you too much information. The only thing it might give you, the only information you may infer from it, is if you see it drop instead of in one go, in a few breaks.
Right.
Then you can know. Then you can know the enemy is using more than one ship. It's a bit of information. I don't know if it's that crucial for the game. Maybe it should be toggable, like you can choose show money, don't show money.
yeah, I think that's probably it. I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
I'm sure it was brilliant.
Now you just sound like Puppet. He always says that to me when I say anything to him.
Okay, so on the top right we have what's looking like a hybrid between a missile character and a railgun character. A lot of armor in the front, maybe a bit too much. I don't know if the thrusters can move as fast with that much armor. We'll have to see. And on the bottom right, we have a cannon wall. A very nice color. I really like it. Normal cannon wall, shields, small cannons, and large cannons. Few electrobolts on the sides. And on the top left, we have what's looking like a broadsider with a railgun and ions in the middle. A few cannons on the other ships. Nothing too special.
So these aren't specialized ships; they are just general purpose.
Yeah, which in my opinion perform worse than specialized ships. Because if you know what you're doing and you know how to do it, then you can do it much better than like jack of all trades. Because you know what they jack of all trades, master of none. You can't really do good in any of them. You do like maybe average in all of them, of the traits, but if someone is bringing a cannon wall, you will definitely do better than a broadsider with railguns and cannons. Yeah.
Well, both players seems pretty content to just sit there and look at each other.
Well, if I was Slow King, I think I would just rush it because he definitely. Oh, actually, never mind. His cannon wall doesn't have any backward thrust, so if you rush it, he might get stuck and he starts spinning. Very bad. So yeah, he definitely wants to wait this until a red-haired devil comes to him.
A possible alternative is oh wait, never mind, he's rushing it. I was thinking that maybe he could have used his kiter to lure Devil's ships back to his cannon wall. But I guess this also works.
That's a very fast wall.
You should probably send both ships at once though, and not just...
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on.
And boom.
Well, that's one way to get out of a flanking fight. Just like push the other guy away from you.
So it's not just a cannon wall, it's also a sumo ship. Interesting.
I guess by nature, a cannonball and a sumo are essentially the same thing. Just that one has more thrusters and one has more weapons.
Yeah, but this one seems to be specialized for that purpose of pushing others, don't you think? With
Well,
all this backthrust and the turbo boost thrusters.
well, we're going back to that thing about specialized ships again, because this isn't specialized for either of those, but it performs its job pretty well. Or maybe it's just that boost thrusters are really just too strong.
That could very well be.
We've seen like every winning design so far, except for Marklars, has been using boost thrusters.
Marklar was using push thrusters.
But he didn't win because of it. Like...
yeah.
Well, actually, no. Sorry, I take that back. One Eye was not using thrusters. But...
Oh, I believe he was.
I think most of the thrusters were ones, though. But
Yeah,
I think...
most of them didn't use any push thrusters.
Well,
I
those
personally, I do not think push thrusters are too OP. I think they fit quite nice into the meta.
But if we go back, if we like think about the argument that if we believe, like you said that a long time ago, that speed is the most important thing in these battles, right?
I know, not speed, maneuverability. Because if you can go fast, but you can only go fast in one direction, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
You
yes,
have to be
true,
able to
true.
spin and stop in very short period of time.
Yeah.
But boost thrusters, they are very expensive. Their own cost, and because you need more energy for them, they waste a lot of energy. And after the boost, like I do not remember how much energy they actually use for the boost, but it's not a small amount.
It is, yeah, it is a lot.
But at the same time, their maneuverability is, well, matched. The thing is that you don't really need to turn them on all the time. You just need to turn them on so you can turn. Oh wait, congratulations to Slow Game, by the way. Yeah, that was a pretty one-sided match, all things considered. He pushed the biggest ship outside instantly, and then his two ships had pretty time taking out the smaller ones.
Okay, so next round shall be Elijah versus El Cazador versus Cosmoteer.
Sometimes I wonder if what I say is actually be understood by people. Am I talking too fast, maybe?
I can understand you.
Like, or maybe I'm
most
not.
of the time.
I have a feeling that a lot of the time I don't speak the entire sentence. I just speak parts of it.
Okay, so Cosmoteer. Well, this round, I do not know who is Elijah, neither El Cazador. We have seen Cosmoteer in the past. We have seen some of his ships. I believe he have the higher hand in this matchup. But one of the new players might be. We don't know. We'll have to see, I guess, the ships. Also, first one-on-one round.
No, but yes, but last round was
Assuming-
supposed to.
Assuming the third player shows up.
Oh. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Houston, we have a problem.
Uh-oh. What's going on?
I missed somebody when I was making bracket.
Maybe he just didn't set his status to online.
You have to give me a second.
So Walt,
Yeah.
about the missiles and the like the new missiles beta you're testing.
Mhm.
Is it like I haven't tested it myself yet, but is it like different factories for different missiles, or can
That
you?
is the plan.
Okay.
That each missile type will require its own factory.
So, what if like some one missile launcher is loaded like from missile parts from a normal factory, then is loaded with missiles part from the specialized factory.
So what happens is like you can choose what type of missiles the missile launcher will shoot. You just like select the missile launcher, then you can change what type it shoots. And then when you change the type, it basically loses all of the any already loaded missiles of the previous type.
I see, and it will only load with the specialized type.
Right.
Okay.
Lucky for me, one person hasn't decided to turn up, so I can sub out that guy that I was missing just before.
Yes.
I love it how everything goes according to plan. In case you guys haven't noticed, it's Pyrus. I didn't add. To the artist.
Okay, so now when the matchup has changed, Pyrus is an experienced player. We've seen him a lot of times. We've seen a lot of good ships from him, and I think that he might be better than Cosmoteer in his ship design. We'll have to see. One might have improved in the time from the last tournament. Okay, so on the top right we have from Smooshy two pretty normal looking cannon walls. Problem I have with them is they don't have any backward thrust, so you can only spin around to stop. On the bottom right, we have a railgun boat with some missiles, a lot of thrusters in the back, a lot of ammo in the front,
a lot of armor.
very long railguns.
Those are some pretty nasty railguns.
Yeah,
that's a decently long railgun.
On the left, we have what seems like very nimble cannon walls. I really like those.
They look very cool.
Yes.
Yeah, the bubble
like
design,
insects.
very nice.
And
So two of those and one small laser scout. Nothing too special.
I appreciate that the paint schemes on these two ships are different.
Oh, you're right.
That's what they're called.
They're different colors at least,
right?
No, it's the same. It's the same pattern, just different colors. Still, very nice design. I really like the color and the pulls that go out of the ship. Really, really nice.
Looks like
Pyrus
Smoshy has decided to engage onto Pyrus. That is Pyrus.
Yeah,
that is Pyrus.
And Pyrus is backing off slowly. Well, the problem with Pyrus' ship is he only have thrusters on one side of the ship. So he will have a hard time maneuvering, especially the front part, because he doesn't have any thrusters there. We'll have to see.
This ship is gonna be really bad at strafing.
Hmm.
But turning should be fine though. That's Now
Yeah.
we get to see those railguns in action. Let's see what happens. Nice hit.
Some damage. And the missiles, yeah. He doesn't have any PD, it seems like.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
one went right through the
that's
ship.
that's some serious damage.
Those missiles are doing a lot more work than I expected. Mainly because the walls don't actually seem to have any thing. Unless I'm missing it? No, I don't think they have any PD.
They do not have PD.
Yeah. The question is, can he turn to face the other wall of Smushies?
Well, he is turning. Let's see if it's fast enough.
He's returning decently fast.
And Cosmoteer is joining the fight.
It looks like Smoshy has decided to focus on Cosmoteer instead.
Oh, railguns hit. Okay, so Cosmoteer
Exposing his
does
back
have
window.
some PD.
That was
Ooh.
not good.
Oh.
One of those
Yeah.
little wings from Cosmoteer's fruit punch just like stopped his ship from turning face the railguns. It looks like he managed to correct this though.
Aye. The curse of nice designs. Well, Cosmoteer, your ships look very, very nice, but sadly, I didn't think they can match up to the sheer firepower Pyrus is having with his ship.
Smoshy's wall, what remains of one of his walls, is still firing dangerously close to the Earthshaker's thruster module. I think that's something that needs to be addressed. Meanwhile, the other fight between the Grape Juice and the other wall. I think because Cosmoteer has more shields, yeah, Smoshy's wall can't seems to be losing that fight.
It's kind of hard to tell, but I think you're probably right. If I was Smoshy, I would have tried to flank him because I mean, if I was Cosmoteer, I would have tried to flank Smoshy because his ship is much faster and maneuverable.
One missile module down. They're pretty well insulated though, so.
Yeah, but at the same time, the main damage from the Earthshaker is going to be coming from the gigantic. I should find another word to describe these railguns, but they are pretty massive, I think. They look they look smaller than they actually are because we're at 2 million budget instead of 1 million.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the two walls up north have now gone out of the ring.
Well, if all of the fight go out of the ring, I think Cosmoteer definitely have the upper hand because he have this small ship in the ring.
The fruit punch is almost destroyed though. So,
But I do not know if this one small ship is big enough to be more than 10% of his ship. So he might lose even if it does survive inside the perimeter. We'll have to see. It's looking like Smoshy is giving up. Yeah, Smoshy is out of the game, it seems.
I don't think this ship is gonna make it back.
You can do it!
Well, one of Cosmoteer wall, the fruit punch is out. So it's only Earthshaker, which took pretty heavy damage by now, against the Grape Juice, which is also kind of damaged. Oh, a part of Smoshy Ship survived. It have one cannon.
Now, Cosmoteer is sending out the Lima being to engage.
Why?
You can do it! You can do it, little being!
Oh, actually, he baited most of the missiles.
Yeah, I guess that's
that
probably
side.
why.
So yeah.
You say baited, but all Cosmoteer has to do is rip through like the damaged armor and get to that juicy railgun. Is juicy a word that I can use to describe the interior of a ship?
Juicy?
It's like peeling off the armor shell, and then just like the inside is just juicy.
Yeah, I buy that.
Of course, the ones with reactors are extra juicy. Little bit of in-game banner going on between our competitors. I just say combatants.
Well, if Cosmopeer can flank Earthshaker, because he is definitely faster, so he might be able to get in the back and maybe chew it up from the thruster side. But maybe the missiles will... Yeah, the missiles will definitely reach him even in the back.
It looks like
So-
Cosmoteer is already content to just wait for work.
Well, I think because he is faster, he might have the better chance at the perimeter. Oh, railguns? Not
Get
too
hit.
much damage.
Now,
Oh,
missiles,
missile?
though. He's not. There's not much
That's a
PP.
lot of missiles sitting in the back.
Yeah, oh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Think that's over.
Good job by Paris staying in the perimeter.
And it's a pretty nice ship design too. Like you'll notice that even there's just so much front armor. It's so hard to actually get to the railguns. It's like a battleship. It gives me nightmares of fighting a fracture. Congratulations to Pirates for winning round. What round is? Round 5.
And round 6 will be Fire Shredder versus Italy 22 versus Still Him. So in the meanwhile, why don't we talk about the design event we just had, with the winning ship being added into the bounty hunter? Especially, I want to talk about the fracture ship. by
Yes,
Dallas.
I am sad that Wolt did not listen to my advice.
I'm actually very, very
and ban
happy.
the fracture.
Yes.
I'm actually very happy. If you guys don't know, Dallas won the monthly official tournament 2 times, I believe.
That
And
sounds
his
right.
design, the fracture ship, also won the last design event and will be getting into the game as a bounty hunter, as a vanguard ship. And this one will definitely be the strongest ship in the default game, without a doubt. So you guys will have a new boss-like ship you can fight in Bounty Hunter.
Also, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
that'd be
nobody
great.
knows, but Fracture is the one that I recommended the most against adding in Bounty Hunter. But Wolt had other plans.
I was not listening.
I think it's cool. We have like a final boss you can fight.
So we I was like, I was doing some testing with the fracture against like some of the default ships, and it was like, oh, so I can beat the Crescent Wraith, okay, and then I can beat the next ship up, and then I can beat the Terror. So like, this ship can beat a ship that's twice the cost. Is this really something that
Okay, let's keep that for later and start with the top right. A few small cannon walls that look very nice and red, and railgun fork. Interesting design with the back thrusters. We'll have to see how this one works.
Very exposed back thrusters.
Yeah, I think it will be also a bit slow. We'll have to see. On the bottom right, we have OZ. I don't know what this ship is supposed to be. We also have railgun swarmers, I would like to call them, but we only have 2 of them. Also, something that looks like a mine flare, a mine sweeper.
It looks like a dedicated PvP ship. That's what it looks like.
No, those are supposed to be mines, in my opinion. Like, you lay them out.
They're explosive charges.
Yeah, yes, mine layer. Like... That's how it's called. And 1 ion ship in the back.
Yes, but
on the left, we have 2 laser walls. Interesting, we haven't seen laser walls yet in this tournament. And 1 small cannon ship. Let's see how this one works.
Back to the mine layer though, I don't think those are mines. Well, mines aren't exactly very useful in this game, are they? Like,
I'm not exactly sure what the point of these mines is, but I guess we'll find out.
I thought they would be dedicated PD because, like, you could just put them there and they would form a defense against missiles.
I mean, maybe they are to distract missiles. I don't know.
I'm actually
maybe both. Maybe they're supposed to be both. Oh, excuse me, I was analyzing Italy 22 ships log. You have 1 railgun ship and another laser broadsider. Look very nice. A lot of thrusters in the back, but again, very, very low amount of backward thrust, so we might have some problem stopping and turning. I don't know. Meanwhile, not looking like anyone is making any big move. Just waiting.
Well, regardless of what the mines are for, there are no missiles from the other team, so we will get to see action. I think this is why I was this is the sort of situation that are reading for. Right? Well, because like these people aren't actually fight.
Yeah.
I was looking into arena for this tournament, but yeah, there's something.
Yeah, I mean it's a little like arena matches tend to like last longer probably.
That and the fact that you didn't actually.
Well, it's looking like.
Where does this spectator?
Sorry.
Wait, I didn't hear what you said.
I said that you couldn't see who was winning as a spectator.
You can bring up the scoreboard. Just hit spacebar. Should work.
Oh, so it was spacebar, not tab.
Yeah, it's because tab is other things. I think tab
is switching between team chat and all chat and for lining up the screen camera.
I've just
Yeah.
been playing way too much League.
Yeah, so let's talk about the fight. It's looking like Fire Shredder and Steal Him are exchanging some shots. One of Steal Him's ships is down. Railguns coming from the side. Not much damage though, the armor blocked them. The railguns on this ship are a bit short. It's looking like, well, the small cannon ship that Fire Shredder had is fighting Italy 22 Assassin. Yeah, that's pretty much over right now.
None of these ship designs are particularly adventurous, except maybe for that the ammo ship.
Well, Still Him is lost 2 of his walls already.
Yeah, I think it's.
And I think he's about to lose the other 2 soon.
I think it's just more like, because even though he has all these small ships, he couldn't manage to get an effective tank off.
I think the small ship he have just don't have enough firepower because he wasted too much money on that rail fork. If he would get rid of that and put that money into the walls, he would have a better chance.
Meanwhile, the Blammo ship, having probably finding ship to go for. Oh, that was not good.
Oh. Yeah, when you turn and you shoot rails into a small space. Well, the rails do hit, but they just don't have enough damage because the railguns are too short. Oh, never mind, never mind.
I mean, once the shields go down.
Yeah.
They aren't shielded, which means that it's basically up to a luck that they don't get hit. They don't get destroyed. I mean, on one hand, if you don't shield your railguns, they're cheaper. On the other hand, with such a long barrel, is barrel the right word? I guess that's the right word. With such a long barrel, you're likely to hit yourself. That would be interesting if friendly fire got turned on.
The next version is going to have an option to turn on friendly fire.
Oh, nice. Friendly fire will be a nightmare.
Well, there's a reason why it's off and will be off by default.
Yeah, I think I'm going to fire
Wait,
off.
friendly fire is only for other ships in your team, or you can also hit yourself with your own weapon?
Oh, the option that I'm adding, you'll also be able to damage if your ship shoots itself, like if that railgun hits one of the sides of that barrel, you'll damage yourself.
Oh my god. A lot of the ships are dancing around inside out the ring, trying to stay in. And those ion beams are just going straight for the weak spot on Still Him Frog.
I mean, the only thing, Blammo ship only has one control room, so take that out and game over for us. That being said, it still managed to rip the assassin apart pretty nicely. So that was the other question I was going to bring up, Wolf. Do you think that railguns are just completely eliminating the need for ions?
Sorry, can you ask this again?
So because they're both forward-firing weapons that require you need to turn the ship to aim it for both railguns and ion cannon. But railguns do order damage in 1 hit, and they're more likely to do that damage as compared to ions, which like hold in position.
Well, personally, I think ions are a bit out of meta right now. I don't know. I can't say if it's because railguns are just better ion beams or because ion beams just don't fit into the current meta. It might be because of the railguns. I think it needs further analysis to say for sure. Um, maybe ions need a small buff, but when they are used right, they are very good at what they're supposed to do, which is consistent damage, and no other weapon can do that consistent weapons as good as the ion beams. Uh, and I didn't know what to tell you exactly about what you asked. Because I don't think it have a straight up answer.
I think we might have lost Walt actually.
No, I'm here.
Oh, right. Yeah, that question was mostly directed at Walt though, so.
Oh. Well, I was curious what you all were gonna say about that. I guess I have not been worrying a ton about ion beam balance, just because that's all gonna change so much once, like, the ion beam prisms or mirrors or whatever they're gonna be get added, and you'll be able to like combine ion beams together and fun stuff like that. That's just gonna change everything about ion
I
beams.
forgot about that. List of things that.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Fire Shredder with his laser walls wander around. Very nice design. I really liked it. You did very well.
I think once the Blammo ship got destroyed, there wasn't really any real threat left to the wars. The Blammo ship was definitely the one that did the most damage. At least had the most potential for damage. But yeah, like not exactly the design with its railguns hitting its sides and lack of shields doesn't make a particularly strong contender.
Well, next round would be Noob 12 versus Blue MSX versus Blood Bat Pony. Please join the game. So back at what we were discussing before the game, before this round, the fracture ship, which gonna be added to the bounty hunter mod. Well, you said that it can beat up the terror, but
sorry, I just need to be right back.
Okay, personally, I think the terror is very underpowered.
For its price, sure.
Yeah,
Just
because
strike.
both the missile launchers take way too long to reload. So after the alpha strike, you have a big window of time and you can do a lot of damage without taking a lot of damage. And it have just way too much shields to maintain them. So if you just wait or like send one bait chip, you can pretty much win it even with like a ship that's quarter or even less from its price.
Right, exactly.
So definitely adding a strong ship to bounty hunters such as Fracture, I think it will be really good for the game because now you have that RNG. You might like go to a Vanguard planet and you might get like Curse and Wrath or Ragnarok or the Beast or all these ships, or you might accidentally get Fracture. Then you're screwed unless you have a really really good ship to handle.
Yeah, you better know what you're doing.
Yeah, precisely.
Sorry, I went to the toilet. Did I miss anything important?
No, we were just talking about a Fracture and Bounty Hunter.
Alright, let me just Fire Shredder is asking me why I haven't given him a congrats yet. Now, let's see. I don't think Noob 12 is here. So we're probably just gonna start this round without him. Okay, let's game. I feel like this tournament has slowly turned away from PvP discussion and just into questions for vote.
Alright, this is a weird ship.
Which one?
Wait, is the other one weird too?
They're both pretty weird to me.
They're both pretty, but the one on
Well,
the right.
let's start with the Hammerhead spin-off. Xeon Super Whale. Okay, it's a splitter first, more like a mother ship. Well, it's definitely just the normal Hammerhead, but he changed some of the things and added missiles on the side. Those
This delights
missiles,
me a lot.
that's a pretty big chain reaction there, though. So, yeah.
I mean, it is the
We have to
Hammerhead
speak
after
about
all.
that.
Meanwhile,
On the other side, we have. Okay, that's definitely My Little Pony color job, right? I'm not hallucinating.
I don't know. I would
I
not
can't
know.
tell. The railguns are blocking my view.
Okay, so we have railguns at the middle, very standard. Missiles at the side, lasers and ion beams on the front.
Oh my god!
One missile pod down already.
But like on
Yeah,
the
the
other
chain
side,
reaction.
yeah, this thing reminds me of the Earthshaker by Pyrus, but it's a lot less sturdy because it's relying on shields, not armor.
Well, it's definitely more fragile than the Earthshaker that
Yeah.
Pyrus used. But I think it is faster, definitely.
Well, those railguns though, Jesus. I mean, I guess if he loses, we can sort of blame this on Walt. Because he's the one who designed the Hammerhead. I actually can't tell if like how much of the Hammerhead this retains, but it does look pretty similar.
I think it retains. Not.
Well,
the,
it
not
doesn't
the
have the
missiles of
missiles that Hammerhead. I think he just moved the missiles that Hammerhead had, like, at the back. He just moved them to the side and added some. And by the look of things, he added some ion beams to the head in the front. And except from that, I think he pretty much didn't change it a lot. Interesting. Well, next time for you guys to know, the built-in ships aren't that strong. You shouldn't use them or spin off of them.
Well,
into the
until the fracture comes along, that is. But, but you're not allowed to use the fracture in the tournaments either. I just said it.
I think the fracture 2 is like more design oriented. It is strong, definitely, compared to other bounty hunter ship, but not as strong.
It's
as
still
like,
not a tournament ship.
Tell that
I
to
don't
all
think
the
it's
poor
as
ships
strong. If Das would build another ship at the same budget that would only be for PvP, it would definitely tear fracture to parts.
You tell that to all those poor ships that I pitted against the fracture and got turned into Swiss cheese. Yeah, this is what I love the most about railguns. You just like once you get past the shields and armor, you just start ripping ships into like pieces. It's so satisfying to watch.
Yeah.
Like compared to the ion cannons, well, ion beams, which is just like a weak laser. It feels like this feels like it has oomph to it.
Railguns are my favorite weapon.
They're my favorite weapon too.
Everything about them are just pretty amazing. Like the penetration effect and the animations, they're all very nice looking. So good job, Walt.
Thank you. Took a lot of work. The railgun is like 10 times as complicated as any other weapon.
Well, we're just watching him slowly tearing apart blue
This is
MSX.
mesmerizing. Congratulations to
All
Combat
right.
Pony.
Okay, so next round we have Verania versus Roger Rain Trite. Okay, versus Tartarus. Both Verania and Tartarus, as I said, very interesting players. Both are definitely favorite for the win. I do think Verania, as I already said, have a slight advantage, maybe not even slight, an advantage in this situation. Let's see what ship they are using. I hope to see something special from Verania, because his ship, her ships are always nicely designed. If I remember correctly, Tartarus did have a few bad designs, but most of his ships are pretty good. Again, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what they are using in the game.
By the way, Walt, are you planning to take back that title of Walt Slayer Octo got last time? Regain your honor?
I'm pretty sure Octo would be able to defend that title.
No faith.
Okay, so I've been informed that Verania is probably not using her own ships right now, which means Verania was the one designing the ships, but she's not the one piloting them right now. Interesting. Let's
Okay.
see.
That is allowed by the rules. Just there's confusion about that.
Well, I won the first tournament without piloting my own ship, so
You never told me
okay,
that.
so I did. On the top right, we have a diagonal laser design for Tartarus, and a wall which is a hybrid between cannons and lasers. Very nice, very kind of spiky looking. I don't know how to say it. A lot of thrusters. I like that. On the bottom, we have from Roger and Trite a diagonal hybrid laser cannon design. Heavy lasers and large cannons are
Varania.
important. Okay, so we have a wall, a splitter wall. I just want you to notice that.
Yeah.
It's a normal cannon wall design. It seems like thrusters, nice. And okay, that ship look really, really good. I like it. It's an
Yeah.
iron boat by the look of things. Iron kiter, maybe. I don't know how to call it.
It's definitely just ions. I'm not really sure if there's a for those. The nice thing about splitting walls is that if you don't need it, you can just keep the ship in one piece, and it's a lot easier to control. But looks like Roger has decided to go for Verania at the start.
It looks like Roger is changing.
His target.
Changing his target. Thank you. The fall just started, and yeah, with it come my allergies.
Well, as a diagonal triangle design, Roger's ship should be able to do a lot more damage than Paul's. And we're seeing that happen right now.
The combined Alpha Strike from a 2 million cannon laser pretty much teared this ship apart. Let's see how Tartarus will handle this.
Not very well, it seems. One of his ships is down already, actually. And the other one is not holding up too well either. He is doing some damage.
Okay, Verania tribe, sorry, because I understand Verania isn't the one piloting right now. So Verania tribe is coming in, trying to flank, and it looks like managing partly to. I don't know.
They're definitely...
Okay, so...
Roger's ship is still mostly at damage.
Right now, Verania's ship is in the middle of the fire, and that's the right. Okay, so it is keeping on the flank. Let's see how it does. Okay, so he seems to concentrate fire on the reactor in the back, which I think is a bad decision. I think he should concentrate the fire a bit upward on the ship, and thus the cannon shots will hit, like, even if they spread out, they will hit important.
Well,
and the iron ship is coming in too.
Again, if Roger manages to get his ship in position, he's gonna do more damage in the so. Can the iron ship do anything in this circumstance, though?
I definitely think it can.
The thing about ions is how slow they do anything. Like, in theory, they do a lot of damage, but in practice, it always feels like, yeah, they don't really do enough.
Well, by the look of things, Verania is aiming at the thrusters. Always a nice choice.
Yeah, that's the
but
best
I
choice.
think in this situation, Verania should definitely aim for the weapons that Roger have. Because in this, when fighting against the diagonal, especially with lasers, which are much faster for projectiles, you definitely want to take the weapons out before you start chewing up the inside of the ship. That's what I have to say about it. maybe he should split the wall now. Ah, yeah, he did split it. Oh, that's a big explosion in the iron ship. Well, it looks like the iron ship is having a hard time keeping the ions powered up.
Well, that's worrying, considering this ship is basically designed around iron beam.
I think this will definitely be a very close battle.
It's a very brutal one too, but it looks like Roger is slightly coming ahead because the ions aren't functioning well enough. It looks like the players are now heading outside the perimeter.
Well, Verania is taking thrusters out now.
Yeah, that could be problematic for Roger if he gets out and finds himself without thrust.
Yeah, deja vu from Orban when I fight. Oh, and he lost one of the thrusters models.
This gives me like a feeling of an MMO where several players team up to take out a raid boss.
And he lost another thrusters model. Roger definitely not have too much thrust right now. And compared to how heavy his ship is, we'll have to see how he handle that.
He is managing to get back in though, whereas Verania has not. Is like deciding to stay around. Do a little sightseeing tour. See how the world is like outside this deadly red circle. What would be the story for this anyway? Like, why is there a red circle that destroys ships?
What is the lore justification for this circle?
Yes. Has the universe
Well, the Almighty God doesn't like when you get too far from the center of the universe. I don't know. Oh, Verania tribe wins!
Congratulations.
With a very nice flank with the half wall alive.
Yeah. Nice. That came down mostly to perimeter, I think. Right, congratulations to Verania tribe for winning round 8, and now we can move on to the second stage.
Well, in the meanwhile, why won't we talk about the other ships being added into the Bounty Hunter?
Sure. You just want to talk about the Qatari, don't you?
No, actually, I wanted to talk about the Harbinger. How is it called?
Hold on, I have to look them up.
Harbinger. Which
I think
is
it's Harbinger.
Yeah.
okay.
That's a Harbinger.
Yeah, so it is a cannon broadsider. It is very nice and neatly designed. In my opinion, it is maybe a bit too slow, but not as slow as some of the ships. Definitely, it will give you a hard battle in Bounty Hunter. Except from that, we have Ice Beatley 2, which is very nice design. I really like the isometric front. It have a railgun and lasers and no cannons at all, but it does have missiles. So yeah, you guys without PD should worry.
Give me a second while I work out who is body.
No problem.
Am I gonna do this by random number generator, or do I just want you two to quote numbers? I think I'm just gonna ask you two to quote numbers.
42.
Nah, pick a number between 1 to 8.
6.
Octo? Not 6 again.
7.
Alright. Let's 7. That would be Fire Shredder versus Bloodbat Pony. Wait, I should probably mix these numbers up a bit, shouldn't I? This is just how their stages are weird. You know what? I don't care.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I promise not to look. Bloodbath Pony, you joining us?
They are online, so I have no reason to believe they aren't. I think we can wait a little bit for our quarterfinalists. I will say though, there's been like no errors in the game.
I think I patched that desync since the last tournament. I think.
There was also that bug with the audio was there, but I guess you haven't patched that. Still waiting for there. Just waiting for our two hosts.
What?
Oh, sorry about that.
What
We're
do I
just
get for reading the
staring
forum?
into the blank space.
Well, you should be reading the forum. If you don't read the forum, this is gonna turn out to be a. Well, actually, I think a lot of people appreciate you reading the forum so much, Walt. Because most other developers, well, they just sort of go radio silent after they post the update.
Well,
Yeah,
so Bloodbath Pony is using the same ship as he used last round. Now, when I'm looking at it, I can see that it does have some chain reaction elements in it. Very dangerous indeed. Around the ammo factory, the missile factories, and the reactors in the front, mainly. And on the other side, we have again Laser Wolf from Fire Shredder. This time he added some small ships with a PD.
Yeah, dedicated PD ships, but he doesn't need. Oh, he does need them here.
Nice.
He can
nothing
probably
too
get them into
special.
a. If he can get them into a nice position, they can probably block a lot of shots.
Mm-hmm. Well, none of the players is moving. So,
I know Pony is definitely not doesn't want to move so that he can get his missiles loaded. Right? But God damn it, I started this tournament, I can't remember what rules I set it to. Did I set it to like ship start with full power and I can't remember.
I think so.
By the way, if you guys haven't figured it out by now, my name is ironic. My username that is. I don't have any.
okay, so Fire Shredder is moving.
He should probably come at an angle because again, railgun. Scary.
And Bloodbath Pony is moving too.
The PD should probably stay behind, I think, but it's fine. So I'm curious as to how Pony is going to approach this. The only real threat are the 300k and the 2 PDs are of no real concern.
one PD down.
And the
2
other
PD
two.
down.
That felt
Oh, of
so
course,
satisfying to watch for some
nice.
reason. Yeah, I don't
Oh,
think.
and by the look of things, the walls doesn't have any PD on them.
Yeah,
Dangerous.
which is probably why that
Yeah.
those PD should have been staying a bit further back. I mean, like one barrage of missiles isn't gonna end the game, but like now Pony is gonna keep hitting him. This is by no means over though, because if Fire Shredder manages to get a flank off, he can do some significant damage to the unprotected backside. Also, is it just me, or does Pony only have one control room at the back?
I was just looking at that. Is there another somewhere?
I don't think so. Oh dear! No.
Just the one.
GG, Fire Shredder.
That you were. I guess he wasn't looking behind him. A Pony, that is. Well, congrats to Fire Shredder for winning that one. For having keen eyes. Like, none of us spotted that until it happened. Okay, do you two mind picking 2 more numbers? That's not 6 and 8. I mean 6 and 7.
3.
One.
Okay. Round 2 is Mark Clark, Wait versus Brynja.
Well, yeah, in my opinion at least, I think that will be an easy match for Revenia.
Mark Clark didn't actually get to fight. He did go up against those big pokers.
If Makla will use the same shape as he used the last round, definitely I think Revenia will have an easy time in this matchup. Well, in the time being, may I talk about the 4th ship being added into Bounty Hunter?
We didn't actually finish talking about the Harbinger, but now you want to talk about
Well,
the Qatari.
I did talk about the Harbinger. Harbinger.
I knew it. You just want to talk about the Qatari.
Of course I do.
No.
Of course I do.
I will say that I didn't actually did I recommend the Qatari? I can't remember.
No, you actually recommended against it. You said it was too weak.
No, but like
it is pretty weak.
no.
I
I did some tests, and it managed to like hold its own against a similar cost ship. So I guess
it is pretty weak. It is pretty weak. But in my opinion, okay, it is the aspect of everything good and pure in a ship you can ask for. You know?
You mean you sort of bribe Walt's eyes to like include your ship.
It's very evocative. Like it feels very strongly of like a particular faction that kind of cobbles their ships together out of salvage
Okay,
and
so
things like that.
let's stop for a moment praising the Qatari and talk about the ships.
Nothing to praise there. There's nothing to praise there. I'm joking.
Revenia is using the same tactic with the same ships, while Maklar the Great switched to a hybrid between cannon walls, which can split away from the main missile boat in the middle.
Can it split though? Because it can't split.
Yeah, it can split.
No, it can't.
Yeah, I can.
But I can't.
The cannon models, I only have one problem. with
Diagonal
cannon
doesn't
models.
technically count as connected.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about the fact that it only has one control room in the middle.
Oh, it doesn't have a control room, so it
Yeah,
doesn't.
so it can't split. If it splits, it's
Yo,
like
it
it's
doesn't.
water.
It doesn't have any control.
I mean,
room.
okay, so it can split, but it.
It shouldn't
Oh,
split.
most of the shots from the. Oh, okay.
Okay, these two are just like gonna
I think
force it.
Mankler just wasted most of his strike. Some of the shots didn't even reach. A lot was blocked, and Piranha Tribe still have another ship to play with. So that was definitely a wasted Alpha Strike. And Mankler also took some pretty heavy damage. Yeah, heavier damage than Piranha Tribe on this one.
Back to the splitting.
Why
thing,
did he
though.
put the splitting part there if he doesn't put the...
maybe to like dump the dead weight.
Yeah, I think it's more to like turn the ship into a kiter or some sort.
Maybe. Okay, I think Piranha Tribe just won this one with only half its firepower.
That's probably a issue when you only have one control room. It's one weak point at the enemy targets. Well, congratulations. These stage 2 rounds have been going by pretty fast because of these control rooms. Could you guys pick 2 more numbers? That's not 3, 1, 6, or 7.
9.
9 does not exist, Octo. If
Oh,
you
we
pick 9,
only have
if you
until
pick 9,
8.
I'm going to get you to join the player side. You are 9.
4 then.
Well,
What's left?
5, 2,
2, 5, and 8.
2.
Oh, and no, 7 I already chose.
Okay, round 3 is Slow King versus Kuroko.
Maybe Kuruko will get some action this time.
So we were praising the Katari, weren't we?
Oh, of course, as everyone should always
Clearly
do
the best ship ever
5
made.
times a day.
I
At least I had fun
should.
making
You know
it,
what?
you
I
know?
because you said that ship through me on Discord, I should have just like secretly omitted it from India to Walt.
Well,
Nobody
I'm
would have
glad he
known.
didn't.
Nobody would have
That's-
known.
Grounds for dismissal as a moderator.
But for really, why don't you like it? It's a great ship.
I think I'm a person who just loves symmetry. And because it's not symmetrical,
Oh,
like
then I see why you don't like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I don't entirely like the fracture either, but from just a purely design point of view, I can appreciate.
Well, from all 4 ships that will get into the bounty hunter, only one is symmetric.
All right.
Only one is perfectly symmetrical.
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
Ice Beetle
Oh.
is almost
Oh
perfectly.
no, none of them are.
Oh wait, what?
Harbinger has a slightly off-center sensor room.
Why?
Yeah,
Why do you tell me that? Now I can't. Now I'm gonna see it every time I play against that ship. And why are you not ready yet, Octo? And why am I?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I was too busy praising my ship.
God damn it. Now my Cosmoteer experience is just ruined. Like it's not fun anymore. It's not my top 10 games list anymore. Not symmetrical, damn it. Okay.
Okay, so Kuroko
Roll.
is using the same missile kiter.
Both players are using the same ships actually.
Okay, so the wall might just be fast enough to catch up with Urko kiting.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, Rocco does have more maneuverability, so he could potentially just like, strafe out of the way. But Rocco definitely does not want the wall to actually.
Yeah, so the wall isn't fast enough to catch up with Urko, sadly.
I think it's fast enough to catch. It's just that it can't turn fast enough.
Yeah, that might be right. Well, he might be able to set up a trap with the other ship, though.
And it's gonna be pretty hard considering just like how maneuverable the kiter actually.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Kuroko is definitely one of the best kiter builders in the game currently.
It's a far cry from his first ships, which was basically just as many cannons as he could line up. So maybe back then meta wasn't really based on fighters.
Well, it isn't now to...
You say it isn't, but he's pulling this off pretty admirably. Admirably. That's
Well, but it is counterable.
I think a lot of the I think with kiters, like a lot of the counters you can do with against it just becomes this once the other player is more skilled at you at piloting. Like in this situation, the Deathbringer isn't that much slower the kiter, but he's still not going to actually reach him. The fact that Roku can just keep his boost thrusters firing 24/7 helps.
Oh, and the Deathbringer split. Both sides have control rooms, though. So, let's see.
Unfortunately, at this point, it seems to be a complete. It's just round one all over again, isn't it?
More or less.
Yeah. To get a sense of just how fast these ships are, like take a look at Slow King's other ship. It doesn't even. It's not even in like the same. It's just getting left behind.
Well, the point is, kiter isn't just... not just enough for a kiter to be fast. The pilot also have to be skilled enough to keep the distance.
Bless
Ugh.
you.
The pilot also have to be skilled enough to keep the distance and to maneuver right and left. So definitely other people who aren't Kuruko might not be able to pull this off this clean.
Maybe Slow King could have. This probably was not a good matchup for thing. Well, they're both missile ships this time, but
Oh, railguns, railguns.
oh well,
Oh.
that's the first time Rocco's taken damage.
Sadly, not any damage to thrusters, only
Yes.
to missiles.
But
Out of range. Meanwhile,
And-
the railgun ship is taking some heavy damage from the Rocco missiles.
in theory, if you had a long enough railgun, you could potentially just outrange the fighters, right? Wait,
Wait, if you had what?
if you had like a really long railgun, you could potentially outrange.
Oh! Kuruko just
Railgun range
exploded.
affected by railgun length.
Wait, sorry about that. Yeah, it looks like, well, this match might not be entirely over, because, I don't think
Yeah, but
Rocco
the
has
weird thing-
any fire
Fire?
extinguishers.
No, he does have fire extinguishers, but the crew isn't fast enough in extinguishing the fire.
Ooh.
And
Wow.
I am Slow King wins by fire.
All right.
Okay, that was a surprising comeback. I guess that one shot did a lot more damage than we expected. Unbelievable. I'm actually at a loss as to what to say about this. So I'm just not gonna say anything and move on to the final round of stage 2. But you guys should like give Ranya's title to Kuroko instead. And final round is who is left? Oh yes. One Eye versus Pyrus.
Sounds like an interesting round, but I think One Eye have a slight advantage in this matchup.
Judging by how Pyrus is World Breaker, I don't think it's gonna be quite that simple. Sorry about the rumor, by the way. If you guys can hear that. Now, while we're waiting for One Eye to show up, maybe we can go back to Q&A session with Walt.
Okay.
So there's something else I've been wanting to ask you, Ben. This is probably not the best place to ask you because it's not about multiplayer. I was
No,
questioning
you're not getting a raise.
Oh, come on. No, I was thinking
I'll give you a 200% raise. How's that?
So now I get 3 peanuts a day?
What's your question?
No, my question is that, what about the campaign of Cosmoteer? Because right now, it's just Bounty Hunter, right?
Correct.
But are you planning to add something like a story?
I suspect story is a strong word for what it will eventually be. I suspect it will be more along the lines of like procedurally generated universe that you can explore and go on missions in, and maybe there will be some like lore, but in terms of like really handcrafted story with tons of like plot points and dialogue and stuff like that. No.
Okay. So
Well, I
more
definitely
like
think there is enough lore in the roleplay.
roleplay, yes. A section of the forums I have so far avoided setting foot in. Please don't fire
Okay,
me for
so
not
on the
doing my
right
job.
from One Eye, we have some kind of railgun fork. That, by the look of things, it is fairly fast.
So many
And
railguns,
on the
Oh, we've
left we
seen
have
these before. We've seen these before from Pirates, the Arbalist.
yeah, those are heavy laser walls with
With railguns in the middle.
let's see how they perform against the railgun fork One Eye is using.
I like how he uses structure to make it feel like the front section is floating in front. On One Eye's ship, that is.
Mm-hmm. And
Are they gonna fire? There you go.
first, a bit of armor was taken
Oh
out.
gosh!
Oh.
That didn't
Okay.
do as much damage as I thought it would. But
Yeah.
Yeah, but another one of those hits will probably do serious damage.
this is what I was talking about of how like you could just
Oh yeah. All right. So his
Yeah.
ship is designed to like rock back and forth and have his railguns hit the same spot.
Equalizer used this against me before the last tournament, and that's what I was talking about wishing to see last time. But we didn't actually see any. This design,
This is an advanced tactic.
yeah, this design is definitely very strong, but I think his railgun is just slightly too short.
I think the fact he's fighting two enemies will make it hard for him in this
Lost a couple
battle.
railguns.
If he was fighting against only one enemy ship, he definitely would have done much better.
Yes.
From One Eye's side, I mean.
Because all the firepower is just focused on one spot as compared. Maybe he would do better if he just stopped turning the ship. I think at this point though, it's a bit too late for One Eye.
It's a cool ship though.
It is.
Very cool.
And the concept behind it is also very interesting. It's just not a good matchup.
Well, we don't know. He might still. Never mind.
He might still. Iris wins. Well, with this, the former champion is now out of the game. And we move on to the semifinals. I'm gonna let you two pick who's going up against who. Because I'm too lazy to actually go find a random number generator.
So 1 through 4?
Yes.
2.
3.
Okay, that means it's Varenia versus Slowking. So, in terms of unexpected competition, I think Fire Shredder and Slowking has sort of surpassed.
And Roger and right also very nice ship he had.
Yes,
Sadly, he was against Verania, so
I don't think that. I think he was just. I think that was really a 2v1 situation. If he didn't take so much damage when fighting against who was it? Against Tartarus, he might have still won that. I wouldn't be sure though.
I definitely think he could have gotten much higher in this tournament. Maybe we will see him again. Let's hope.
Because that was definitely a very nice triangle design.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix, I don't need to watch any.
Okay, so on the right, from I Am Stoking, pretty straightforward diagonal laser design. And on the left, Verania is still using the same tactic.
Is that the same ship? No, it's not.
No, it's slightly different.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen this yet.
The one that Roger was using had cannons and heavy. This is.
Well, this one does remind me of Baven ship.
Did I spell that word right, Diag?
Yes.
I mean, this diagonal ship does really remind me of Baven ships. Do you remember from last tournament? It is very, very similar. Okay, let's see how Verania handle this. Or Verania tribe, rather. Okay, so both ships are starting to attack. It's looking like some of Verania tribe cannonballs are missing. Both ships have taken some damage.
I've just been informed that this ship actually is Baven's ship. He gave it to
Ah, okay, I understand now.
There still is within the rules because there's only going to be one reward handed out. There's nothing like this is what that section.
Well, I mean, if we allowed someone to use the hammerhead, I think this is also.
Well, you are allowed to use other people's ships, as long as they give you permission. You're just not allowed to use like somebody else's ship in the tournament.
Yeah.
It's not like I can actually check this ship has been like ripped off somewhere. But back to the battle though.
Copyright.
Back to the battle though. It looks like Loking has had some trouble getting his ship into the right position to fire both sides. So he's basically lost one of his sides already. Not a good position to be in for Diagonal. Now I'm still doubting like just how useful that cannon ion beam ship is.
No, I actually it is doing some damage. I think you're just too skeptic.
There's been so many new weapons added since when I played the game. Like seriously. So. I remember back when ion beams were the weapon used though. Well, it looks like there's not much of Slow King's ship left anymore. And as a diagonal, if you can't, well, not diagonal, as a triangle ship, if you can't actually get both sides to like fire, then there's not really much. It's actually weaker than.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing about making it a triangle is so that you get max cannon coverage. Surprisingly, though, Slowking has not taken that much more damage than Piranha, probably because how big the
Well, he doesn't have much weapons left though.
Yeah.
So definitely this much goes for Verania type.
I do notice that it's actually quite hard to thoroughly destroy a ship, even once you enable the weapon.
It takes a while.
You like the perimeter of death is probably a lot faster than actually. Looks like Piranha is gonna use that step to prevent the slow circle from going back into the circle. Why is it called a circle? It's a triangle, really.
That is a good question.
Cosmoteer players are weird. No offense. Cosmoteer players.
Well, I'm a bit bummed that we didn't see any spinning designs.
I'm not really.
We could still.
I am personally of a skeptical nature as to how we find it. It looks like Slowking has managed to get himself back in the circle. With the circle. This is definitely a nice, like, if a nuclear missile existed, it would probably one hit and the entire ship goes up. By the way, what is CR?
Control room.
Oh. That
It
just
is hard
goes,
to find. I see it, but
that just goes to show how much I play the game. Phase.
there you go.
Congratulations to
Good
Piranha.
round.
Well, not for the first time, for the first time in a while, actually. Piranha is in the semifinals again. Which we now know who is going to win, obviously, because Piranha is in the semifinals. So we don't actually need to do the final round, right? Because we already know who's gonna win.
Maybe luck will change.
Let's see. Who is left? Pyrus, right? Pyrus and Fire Shredder. Yes. Wait. Yeah. Though maybe, like as you say, it's not Piranha piloting the ship, so potentially.
Yeah, precisely. That's how she's getting away around the.
Forever second place. I mean, Piranha has been participating in the tournament since like the first tournament, right?
pretty much, I think.
Yeah. Oh damn it! Well, you've been secretly watching these, haven't you?
I have a special button I can push whenever Rania gets to the semifinals.
Oh, so it's your fault now. So if you have any more questions to ask, well, you should probably hurry up because I'm running out of ways to delay this tournament. I mean, we sort of like since we're bad at casting, we need to like ask Wall to make sure the viewership stays up, right?
Okay, so Pyrus is using the Earth Shaker again. Interesting.
And Fire Shredder is using his walls and the same ship he used against Rocco, right? No, not Rocco. Against One Eye.
All of his rounds. No, he didn't fought One Eye.
Good.
One Eye lost to Pyrus.
Wait. Oh, yeah. So Fire Shredder was fighting against. Oh yeah, Bloodbath. Sorry. Wait, no. Oh yes, this is the semi-final, not the final. Right now. Right. Again, most of the firepower seems. I think most of the danger from against Fire Shredder is going to be coming from the. Did I ever mention how big they are? Oh no, he's moving his P ships up again.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that because he really needs that PD against Pyrus Earth Shaker.
I think they're just gonna get obliterated by those railguns.
Like what happened last time.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I like ponies. These railguns are a bit split apart, so maybe they can survive one shot.
I don't think so. Only if the shot miss.
I think Fire Shredder hurt us and ship back.
Mm.
Rather than being in front of the walls, I think they should be like beside them.
I do not know.
Oh yes, one other thing, Walt, is that right now the ship placement for multiplayer is decided automatic, and it's just based on the water. Have you any thoughts on adding like a manual ship placement?
I could see doing something along those lines. At least maybe like a selection of possible spawn patterns.
Well, some of the missiles are just too far away for the PD to take care of. And one of the walls really took some damage from the railguns just now.
Those PD aren't exactly as effective as I thought they would, to be honest. They're still taking out a decent chunk of missiles, they're just not taking out enough. I think
Definitely not enough.
Is it just me, or is PD a lot less effective when it's not firing at missiles that's coming directly at it?
A lot what?
A lot less effective when it's not firing at missiles that's coming shooting directly at it. Because these missiles, they're not
probably
aiming. Yeah. Because if they're like. What's interesting about the Earthshaker is that like pirates could probably do the same thing as One Eye, which is Rocket's ship bit. But I don't think it's. I mean, he's sort of doing it right now.
the shields blocks the railguns, but I think next time those railguns shoot, some heavy damage.
I think part of the issue here is that Fire Shredder is only using electro bolts and lasers, which is not quite as effective as punching through armor. There's no like heavy weaponry on it. Ah, there goes one of the PD. In terms of raw damage, I guess missiles do the most?
Yeah, and I do believe missiles have the highest potential DPS.
So with like railgun penetration, it's a bit hard. One of the wars is very much out of control. It's lost its control room, so. Yeah, it looks so far that this game is entirely in Pirates' hands. Well, this match anyway.
The railgun missed. Nice.
And the PD is shooting out every single missile.
Pretty close.
Well, one hit, two hit. Ah, there it
Boom.
goes. And there goes the other wolf. It seems like this game is pretty much over. I mean, whatever. I'm honestly quite surprised that like Pirates is fine because this isn't a fast or mechanical ship. This is just a bulky one.
Yeah.
Just firepower, firepower, firepower.
Maybe it would have had trouble against full Roko, but against like it has absolutely. Well, congratulations to Pyrus and Verenia for getting into the final round. Well, no matter what happens, we will be getting a new champion today, no matter what. You know, I think I said on the rule sheet that we were not going to start shit now right now. Damn it. I should be more organized with this. I keep saying that.
I don't think we should change this now
Yeah,
after
don't
we
change
have
it.
No,
the
we shouldn't.
tournament.
We shouldn't. Like we've already gone this far, so might as well see. It's not a massive deal, but it's just like it's more me not feeling great that I didn't obey my own rules.
You can really feel the gears in Pyrus' head turning.
He's trying to figure out what exactly he needs to do against Varania. I think the Earthshaker is enough if Varania brings out their usual ships.
We shall see.
We'll see. Fight around. Here we go.
Okay, so
Well,
Varania is using the
alright.
same ships,
And Pyrus is
Pyrus
using the
with the
Earthshaker.
Earthshaker again.
You know, the Earthshaker is so nice. I almost want to add it into the game, but that's a problem as Fracture. Also, it's white.
It would need a paint job.
Yeah. Or rather, the lack of a paint job.
Well, Pyrus is going for the Ion ship first, by the look of things.
The Ion ship is quite fast, though. So now he's deciding to go for the.
Seems like the right call.
Varania's firing.
Pyrus 2. Will Varania be able to take down the railguns?
It's pretty doubtful considering this is literally like the Death Star exhaust port. You need a miracle to hit it. Oh, those missiles are all gonna impact. That's not good.
Look at the Ion. Look at the Ion.
Ooh.
Ooh, it might actually get to the
If it
railguns.
can stay there.
Doesn't look
I don't
like
know if it
Pyrus
can.
is gonna land on though. There's currently one firing.
Come on.
You can do it.
No. So close and yet so far. Name of the game. Did you just press that button, Walt?
Sorry guys, I pressed the button.
Well, it's not over yet. I'll say that.
No, I mean there's another potential opportunity on the other side.
And Pyrus is losing a
Doing
lot of
very
missiles.
well. Taking almost all of the
wow.
missiles out.
No, turn back. Oh. Man, so close to taking out those railguns. Although I guess they're not doing much right now.
Nah, because I think it's more important to take out the missiles right now than the railguns.
Mm-hmm, probably.
In this case, oh, this is okay. Both railgun shots missed. In this case, I think the cannons are doing a lot more damage than the ions. Pyrus, meanwhile, desperately trying to get his railguns into a position where they can actually keep firing. There goes one!
Oh, one Galgan down.
Okay, Varenia's got their ion cruiser right into that hole that was made. What about that other wall? The other section of the wall doesn't have a control room, which is why it's not joining the fight.
Does it have a control room?
No, the other section, the one on the top. Yeah, it doesn't have a control room. Now that the ions, oh dear, oh dear. I think your button might be faulty, Walt. You might have to like work on patching that next match.
Still a fair number of missiles.
Yeah, but Varenia made their the backside with significant amounts of armor, so it's not gonna be that easy to get through it. That being said, this is not exactly a very favorable situation to begin getting blasted by missiles. Especially if you lose your thruster. The other section of the wall is trying to... Or maybe it's just trying to end its life because it didn't do anything.
Unsure, but I feel like I would want to put that inside the ring.
Yes.
Well, maybe just having a really hard time driving it, piloting it, because it's missing so many thrusters.
Yeah, ooh, jeez.
Oh dear, this ion ship is not gonna last for much longer.
Yeah, Paris, man.
The Earthshaker is truly, well, meanwhile, Varenia has just decided to, like, Wait, we won't talk about this bottom section, but, meanwhile up there, not exactly a good position to be in for Varenia either.
There's...
No ions, no weapons left, and Earthshaker is, still battering it with missiles.
Well, I think this one goes for pirates.
Yeah, man.
Well,
That was a great final battle.
I guess your button isn't faulty after all. That was just like, it was just leading Varenia on.
GG, we have a new champion!
Well, congratulations to Pyrus for winning September's PvP tournament. Ah, that was a fight, wasn't it?
Indeed.
I was too busy
Well,
watching to
do you
even
want
say
to fight me when I'm using the Katari now?
You can regain your honor, Walt. You can finally regain your honor.
I don't know if I have any ships that aren't built-in ships that are around that size.
Well, I will be using
try.
the Katari, so you even the ability to
Alright.
probably win. Just you lock the teams, Ivy. So can you please?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Wait, by the way, I found my ships too, so maybe I can compete with the Vault Slayer for that title as well. Where is that? I guess Verena gets to keep their title for another day. Wait, what happened to us so close yet so far?
It's still there, I believe.
Oh, it's. Oh yes.
Would you just move Pyrus and Piranha into spectators? This is our fight, guys. Please don't interfere.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm gonna lock the team. Sorry, guys,
Okay,
but
let's do this.
this is our reward for getting. Actually, this is our reward for being here. Is it, or is it our punishment? I don't know. I get to fight both, so I don't care.
Okay, let's go. Okay, so let's start with Memories ship,
Oh.
which is a cannon wall hybrid with railguns boat. I don't really know. And on the bottom we have two Cosmoteer ship from Walt. And on the left we have the ship which is just on the left we have the ship which is just everything good and pure in the world, the Qatari.
By the way, this is my best ship for PvP ever. Which is to say, it sucks. Yes, if you went with the Qatari Octo, I swear I am going to just quit Cosmoteer altogether.
If I win.
Yes.
What do you mean? This is like the best ship ever made.
Well, this is the best ship I have ever designed for a PvP. Which is to say, it is the most successful.
Okay, I took one Cosmoteer ship out.
Oh no!
Oh,
my
wait,
ship.
already? Meanwhile, I am still... Where's that control
dead.
room? Oh, Walt is already down. Okay. This is between us, Octo. This is between us for the entire time.
Come
to
fight
see
me.
who gets the credit for beating me.
Come
No,
fight me.
this is more than just beating Walt. This is telling the world that the Qatari is not designed for... This is telling the world that I was right when I said the Qatari was not good for family
Come
content.
fight me. I'll tear you apart.
With what? With those two stumps of those two stumps for railguns.
Come fight me.
You come fight me, you pussy.
Ah!
I'm not envious of his railgun. I am totally not envious of his design at all. I don't know why you would even think that.
You're just envious of my supreme ship skills.
No, which one of these ships is more valuable?
Fine.
The Qatari is slightly more than 7K.
Why is designed for company?
Does the Qatari only have one control room?
No.
And it's got one left.
Yeah, one left. Come fight me!
You know,
I'll
with
tear you
this ship,
apart.
in this ship, I win 1 out of every 10 meetings. Like,
Yeah.
so, this is clearly my 10th fight. Damn it, stop dodging my railgun shots, Octo. Yes!
Okay.
First time ever! Well, thank you to Octo and Walt for
Well, that was fun, but I'm dead tired.
yes, I sort of woke up a bit too early today too. Well, thanks to both of you for sticking with me up to now.
Well, thanks to you for hosting the event.
Yeah, and
Oh,
doing all
it's-
the hard work.
Oh, I do it because I like doing it. It's fun for me.
Good. I'm glad.
I'm not sure how fun it is for you two listening to me drone on all the time, but hey, if I can get it, I'll take it. And congratulations to not Verenia anyway. Congratulations to Pyrus for winning this month's PvP tournament. And we'll see you all later. Bye.
Cheerio.
Goodbye.